We'll pivot to some breaking news this morning that is generating discussion worldwide. UEFA, in conjunction with the English, Spanish, and Italian federations, released a statement condemning the creation of a breakaway league by the world's top clubs, commonly referred to as a European Super League. The statement reads as follows: "We will remain united in our efforts to stop this cynical project, a project that is founded on self-interest of a few clubs. The clubs concerned will be banned from playing in any other competition at domestic, European, or world level, and their players could be denied the opportunity to represent their national teams." The statement goes on to say, "We call on all lovers of football, supporters, and politicians to join us in fighting against such a project if it were to be announced. The persistent self-interest of a few has been going on for far too long. Enough is enough." This comes 24 hours ahead of UEFA's plans to announce an expanded Champions League format, and comes amid rumors that the 12 clubs on your screen have already agreed to a breakaway league. Guys, we'll begin the discussion with a very simple question. Andre, I'll begin with you. This is a decision that will hands down change the world of football as we know it, is it not?
Yeah, not for the better either. I think this would be very, very lucrative and possibly very good for that list of clubs that you saw there. Some reports suggesting that those clubs, by just participating in a Super League, could make upwards of 400 million just as a sort of participatory ribbon. But it does sort of take all of that, all of those fundings, all of that resource away from the rest of European football. Essentially, this is a coup trying to compete with the current model of the Champions League that would put sort of elitist power in the hands of very, very few clubs, and would lead to catastrophic consequences, I think, throughout virtually every level of European football. And what makes this cynical, maybe world football, what makes this so cynical is that it comes on the back of the economic repercussions of the pandemic over the course of the last year and change. And so the timing of it is awful. The concept of it is awful. And I don't think we need an NBA of soccer. I think we have 4 or 5 of them if you look across the biggest leagues in Europe.
Yeah, we're going to get to the NBA, NFL kind of comparisons, but first we'll deal with the reactions. Gary Neville has slammed the English clubs, including the club you, Gary Bailey, and he share at heart, Manchester United, for their involvement in this potential Super League. He said, quote, "Seriously, we have got to stamp on this," essentially put a stop to it. It's criminal. It's a criminal act against football fans in this country, and make no mistake about it. This is the biggest sport in the world, and it's a criminal act against the fans. Simple as that. Deduct points, deduct their money, and punish them. He goes on to say in the statement, Gary, "I'm a Manchester United fan and have been for nearly 40 years of my life, but I'm disgusted, absolutely disgusted." Do you agree with his sentiment?
I don't. I think he was part of the league when it became the EPL, and it did exactly the same thing back in 1992. There was 4 leagues in England, and suddenly the top league said, "We're doing it on our own, we're stepping away," and all the other leagues said, "You're going to destroy us," exactly as Dre has suggested. And what they did was they came to an agreement. They said, "We'll pass some of the TV money down." Ever since then, those at the top have got better, those behind have been left behind, and we've all learned to live with it. This is a business. You can't really say to Man United, Juventus, Real Madrid, Barcelona, you can't expand your business. They're in a position where they can set up a Super League. Everyone will want to watch it. All the TV money will go into it. Yes, the smaller clubs will suffer. But if the leagues ban them, then you're going to have no cup matches with these teams. You're not going to be involved in your local league, and those local leagues will really be in trouble. So I think at the end of the day, if these teams want to do it, Gabby, they will do it. They will have to sort of pass some of that money down and remain involved with the local leagues and the local cups so that the local fans can see them. But you want to tell me that Real Madrid and Barca fans don't want to see them playing, every midweek, a Juventus, a Manchester City, a PSG, Bayern Munich?
Yes,
the
yes, Gary.
That's what they would love.
Well, we actually put that question out to the fans, and we have a Twitter poll that tells us the answer to that. Do fans want to see a European Super League? And the last time I checked, it was a resounding no. 77% of the fans say no, 23% say yes. Dre, this brings us to the fundamental question. Were these soccer institutions built to be a business, or were they built to listen to the fans who are saying, no, we don't want this?
Well, it doesn't matter what they were built for. It matters what they are, and they are institutions, they are businesses. But there are all kinds of complications here. For example, it's not 100% clear that Barcelona or Real Madrid would be able to take part in the Super League without the voting voting of its members. Florentino Perez is not the owner of Real Madrid. He presides over the board. The owners are the socios, the same as at Barcelona, where Joan Laporta is just the president of that club. And I suspect that it would be hugely unpopular among members of the club itself to break away from La Liga. This is, again, a coup. It's an attempt at making the richest clubs significantly richer at the expense of the rest of the European footballing landscape. Honestly, it would have, I think, drastic, dramatic, and catastrophic repercussions throughout all of football.
But Dre, that's business. They have the right to do this. And here's the thing, Gabby.
Gary, that's not the argument.
Certain clubs do.
Right.
I'm not arguing they don't have the right. No one is saying they don't have.
If they can and they can make more money, they're going to do it. But here's the thing with the fans.
Not necessarily,
Gabby,
because
you're asking fans what they think. Are these fans of Barca and Real Madrid who will be in the tournament, or are these fans of the other teams that will be left out? I think the fans and the socios would vote to go into this, Dre, because they want to see their team up against the best in Europe every single week.
This is anecdotal, but I don't know a single Barcelona or Real Madrid fan who is in favor of the Super League and eager for it. I think
you might be
they
surprised.